Chapter 5. The Sunny Date. Yoon POV. A day passed, or a few hours, or just a few minutes. I have no idea. I lost track of time long ago, as here I am sitting on the cold floor while hugging my knees and staring at nothing. Literally nothing, as there is nothing I can see except black fog, which surrounded me like a bug. Waiting for eternity for what is next on the stalk for me. My eyes welled up with tears a lot of times, but I swore to myself not to cry anymore. I am not weak, I can fight for myself. I won't give him the satisfaction of watching me cry or be scared. I was never scared of darkness, it's my oldest friend. My savior, where I used to hide when rays of light try to burn holes in my soul. I spent so much time with it that it can never scare me, not even in a million years. But it wouldn't be a lie if I say this darkness is way more thicker than others. Before, this black fog used to save the light inside me, but today this darkness is consuming me. Maybe it's because of the knowledge that I can't get out of this room on my own will, or is it because this place somehow retains the aura of its owner? I shuddered when my brain flashed the dark eyes of Tae in front of me. The eyes which don't have love, softness, or passion but darkness. Endless darkness. I can't actually believe a single betrayal can extract every emotion from his eyes. It's hard to digest that if he was so hurt, then how come he overcame it in just one night? No matter what I did, but still his actions aren't justified, and I am sure my parents will come to save me if, by my hard luck, I can't escape from here. I hugged myself tighter as an unknown feeling of insecurity is ceasing my brain from working. I saw the main exit, and the house isn't complicated enough that I won't be able to fetch the way out. But the only problem is the tall gate. I didn't observe it closely to find if I can climb it or not, but nothing can be a stupider attempt if I do. Concentrate, Yeon, you have to do it. I tried to motivate myself as my brain stopped taking commands from me. This place isn't giving me good vibes, weakening my will as time passes. The hammer of darkness is continuously striking on my glass like hope, making me believe there is no way out, making me forget that I can go out of this. I started jerking back and forth while clenching myself as hollowness started conquering my emotions. When I finally stopped those mental attacks and got a grip on myself, I heard the loud click of the knob in the silent room, followed by the sharp rays of light I was craving to see, but now it is blinding me. I covered my eyes with my hand, partially because of the blinding light and mostly because I was trying to hide the fear I am experiencing. My heart is ready to break my ribs as the footsteps are becoming louder and louder. All the courage I mustered up till now was again scattered like before as my eyes welled up with tears again, and this time I couldn't stop them from flowing down my cheeks. Proving my vulnerability in front of the person who wanted to see it. Who is somehow breaking me from inside. Hammering the walls which hide my... Arg, stop this. I hide my face inside the palms, as trying to shove away all those voices which I intentionally forgot for more than a decade. It's nothing like before. He did nothing, but the similarity of fear and helplessness somehow became the key of the door I never wanted to unlock. Suddenly, the echoing footsteps stopped, making my heart race. I slowly peeked, only to see the black pair of shoes. I didn't dare to gaze upwards. But another moment, I am standing straight as one of my arms is roughly held by Tae. Did my baby enjoy her me time? He mocked me while his lips had a smile, which is showing pure evilness. I stared at him with puffy eyes as tears refused to stop on my command. All these attempts to be strong, all the thoughts of fighting back, vanished like they never existed. There is something in him which is so terrifying that the idea of standing against him seems impossible. Sad I wasn't there to hear your sweet cries and pleas, he said in the softest voice ever as he cupped my cheeks. Gulping hard, I thought of taking a step. I have to do it. There is no one for me. No Kai to protect me from bullies. Kai. Damn, why did I recall him? Never-ending tears escaped faster from my eyes, but totally for a different reason. How is Kai? Did he even know about this? Is he trying to save me? I stepped back, walking out of his grip as I wiped my tears. There wasn't any. I stared into his eyes, doing my best to hide the fear behind my fake curtains of courage. No? He asked as he took a step towards me. Too bad. He pulled me towards him as his words, coated with sarcasm, echoed in my ears. He touched my cheeks, making me flinch. He giggled, caressing my cheeks. Don't worry, baby girl. I have pretty much surprises for you to bring out those please. He smirked as he started dragging me out of the black hole to maybe somewhere worse. He dragged me from that black room to the living room, which is filled with sunlight and the artificial royal light of the chandelier. I tried to look around, to find a way to break out, but black spots dancing in front of my eyes. I can't figure out the fine details. You are lucky. I am not too harsh on you, baby girl, Tay said as he jerked me a little forward while dragging me at a pace I can't match due to the heavy dress, which I am still wearing. I wanted to stop him, I wanted to resist him, but I know it's of no use. I was never being very strong physically, my strength lies in my head. I am smart, good at mind games and brainwashing. At least that's what my teachers think. But I never tried to take advantage of it. But sometimes we have to do wrong deeds for our advantage. Like breaking heart? Arg. I am not really sure now whether my heart is with me in this fight or vice versa. Never in my life was there a tug of war between my logic and emotions. I am a thinker, a loner. A person who can see through anyone. I built a wall between two things which feels like weakening now. My heart is thinking while my mind is numb. Not because of darkness or the switch of personality of Taewang, but because of the words my heart voiced. I am not sure anymore. I am the same person who used to value the heart over everything. How can I do this? I am not any better, I am worse than th. I shook my head, trying to shove away the thoughts as I looked around the room, which is covered with walls with pictures of the beach. The depth of my thoughts didn't let me notice when we entered this room. But it's odd to think of a room that is bright like this while there is a black hole under the same roof. He dragged me to the other end of the room, opening another door. And soon I squeezed my eyes for a second because of the blinding sunlight. I hid my eyes from the other hand as my legs never stopped stomping on the floor. But soon I felt warmth under my feet, and that's the first time I realized that my feet are unprotected behind the long gown. But then realization hit me as I looked around with my dropped jaw. Did he really have a house by the beach? I looked around to see a lonely beach with no one around it as far the sight goes. But Tay didn't care about my curiosity as he didn't reduce his pace, considering my attire, which is harder to manage while walking on uneven sand. I was busy looking around to find even a single person when he stopped abruptly and jerked me forward, so I could stand beside him. I looked forward, squinting my eyes. But another second, my eyes widened. Did he lost it? I thought as I looked at the place, which was decorated blankly. I can't understand what is he up to. First, he said he will make my future dark, and now he dragged me here. For a date? In the hot summer afternoon, with this ridiculously heavy dress, he wanted me to have lunch under the grace of sunlight. What do you see? He pulled me towards him by holding the back of my neck, putting all its pressure to make sure I can see the carpet of red roses near my feet. Wait. They look a bit dull to be honest. Well, looking at decoration, it clearly did a hole in his pocket, but having dyed flowers here somewhat shows how much he valued his so-called love. If I were you, I would have started answering, as repetition comes with a cost you won't like to pay. He said in a dangerously calm tone. But being a soft person I am, I let it slide this time. So tell me, what did you see? I sniff back the tears of pain as my feet start burning and his pressure on my neck isn't helpful either. Flowers. A dark chuckle escaped from his mouth as his fingers were piercing my skin. I am sure it will leave a mark there. Nope, baby girl, they are not flowers. It's my heart shattered and dead under your feet. He gritted his teeth as he pulled me even more closer. As you made this mess, I want it clean. He pushed me on the flower carpet. Who does he think he is to order me around? I am not his slave to accept his every order. What if I don't want to? I turned around, crossing my hands on my chest, glaring at him. I won't surrender in front of him. He thinks he can make me obey. He chuckled before pulling me back from the soft and cold carpet to the burning sand. He cupped my cheeks, making me look at his eyes, which were red and glaring at me. No is not an option, baby girl. It's either you do it now or when you will be desperate to sit. He shrugged his shoulders like he is just teasing me. Choice is yours. I gulped hard with the mere thought of standing here under the sunlight, which is piercing my skin to the core. He can't be serious, can he? Don't think anyone will come here to save you from the devil. It's only up to you how less struggles you want in your life," he said as he turned around and started walking, leaving me here under this merciless heat. "And for your convenience, the trash bin is back at the house." He didn't grant me a glance while going out of the sight. I just stared at his disappearing figure in this chiseling summer, while sweat is covering my forehead. "Devil," I murmured before scoping the handful of flowers. The task was far more difficult than I thought. Walking into the hot sand wearing a wedding gown while hands are carrying flower petals. I didn't know how many times I was about to fall while lapping on the same route. The flowers are hard to keep from falling, and because of that, I have to make 2 more rounds as Kim Taewang, aka the devil, wants no sign of his so-called shattered heart. But what was more harder than doing this was to see his smirking face near the stairs where he kept the trash bin. God, how badly I want to erase that smirk from his face. His comments on how hot I am looking in the summer, or how much desperate the sweat on my body makes him, or how much he loves me. His comments just made my blood boil. And now again, he is dragging me back to the house with the same unbearable pace after inspecting everything with his own eyes. My pure white dress is having nothing pure in it anymore. My legs are aching so much I doubt they are bleeding. Sweat is the permanent companion in this journey, while I am sure my face is red by now. "Did you enjoy your first task, baby girl?" he mocked while dragging me back to the hell. "I never expected you to look so sexy being exhausted. I guess you are overworking for me more often now." He laughed at his humorless words. My hands on the dress clenched tightly as I stopped myself from spitting something out which won't be in my favor. The battle between my thoughts and emotions was tamed in the struggle of conquering shade as soon as possible. But still, I know my brain won again. By doing this, every ounce of guilt of what I did to him vanished. I came out of my thoughts as I felt immeasurable pain on my soul. Unknowingly scream left from my mouth, halting Taewang's steps. I looked down to see the cold stares staring back at me. I never expected stepping on a cold floor after struggling on sheer hot sand would be so painful. I closed my eyes, mustering the courage to take another step. Tears of pain are traveling down my cheeks from the time Tae dragged me back. But soon enough, I was lifted by Tae. I wanted to stop him, curse him, make him realize it's all because of him. But the moment my eyes met with soft eyes, no words came out of my mouth. I felt like a cave woman who knows no language other than eyes. His eyes. They carry genuine concern and care. I looked away. How can someone act so flawlessly? Is it hurting that much? His voice was soft and filled with love. But I am not dumb. I won't fall for this trap. "Put me down," I said in a stern voice. He looked at me, then rolled his eyes and continued walking inside. I said, "Dash. Shut up." He growled. "If I hear another word from your mouth, I swear I will cut your tongue." I bit my lips from saying any further as his eyes turned from soft to dark in a second. I silently let him bring me to the room, which I thought had a beach painting on the walls. "How dumb I am." I unknowingly pouted. "You look cute like that." I heard his soft voice. I instantly became normal. This compliment sounded genuine than those he mocked me while looking at me in pain with an amused face. But who cares? He softly laid me on the couch of the bright room, and I looked around through the window wall to see the beach, which saw my suffering. Tears again welled up in my eyes. I wanted to get out of this place as soon as possible. God knows what he planned next for me. I looked at the open door of the balcony, smirking at me. But I stayed still. Even if I escape from here, I won't be able to go long enough. I need to be smart. "You will never be able to escape, baby girl." I saw him sitting in front of my legs on a chair he must have brought from the table on the side. He smiled, looking at me, while his hands dipped a fluffy towel into a bowl filled with water, which is kept on a tray with a first aid box. When did he bring all those things? I thought as he drained the extra water from the towel and extended his hand to wipe my legs. I hissed in pain the moment the towel touched my soul. "Is it hurting that much?" He stopped and looked at me with worried eyes. "I will be more careful." As he said, he wiped my legs more softly, determined not to hurt me more. He is now applying ointment on my wounds while blowing it from time to time, as they are burning. And here I am just staring at him continuously. I don't know why it feels like his concern and his care are not fake. I can't remove my eyes from his eyes, which are on my legs while his hands are touching me like I am a flower. Why are you doing this? He looked at me with a confused face. When I broke your heart, why are you taking care of me? I expected him to become angry and spit poisonous words towards me, but all he did is smile painfully and resume treating my wounds. After a few seconds, I heard his soft voice. Because inside every shattered piece of my heart, you exist. I hate myself for the fact that I can't hate you. I will give you pain, but I am the only one who will cure you.
Author POV. Sometimes the most beautiful flowers have the sharpest thorns, but it doesn't reduce the beauty of the flower. It just increases its worth. Taewang loves her, but the pain she gave him is unbearable. She is there to divide his pain, not to take it all for herself.